about 4 years with AZD. San Jose, London. Slow and Steady says, I'm not sure what this live is about. Just listening, trying to figure it out. Well, this live is me and Yogi Chris. We both live with AZD. He's this guy right here. Look, this guy. You see this guy? See that guy right there? That's AZD, bro. All all these clips that you watch on our Instagram page, on these Instagram pages, we live with that guy. He's the #1 player in the world. #1, not #2, not #3. #1 player on planet Earth. And probably in other galaxies too if we went there. But as right now, planet Earth is #1, okay? That's what we live with. This is a Q&A because we want to get you guys familiar with what's going on here. So that's why we're doing Q&A. You know, this is a worldwide movement. It's called IMC Nation. You can look up the hashtag. And, you know, we just moved to Las Vegas. And, you know, your question is, I'm not sure what this live is about. This live is a Q&A. So Q&A, and we're streaming. There's a free class tonight, conversation class, between AZD with all the tattoos and Hypnotica, who is an OG in the game. He's he's owned multiple strip clubs. You know, he's a top player in this game. He's in the book The Game. If you guys have read The Game by Neil Strauss,
his name is Rasputin in the game.
Yeah, Rasputin. So he is going to be in dialogue with AZD, and you know, every time they've done one of these sit down, these talks, these free talks, it's been just mind blowing. You know, there's I think a few of them are on YouTube right now.
That's the thing. There's the thing when you have these top seducers. Top seducers, it's, you know, it's like I was in school, I was a student athlete, so I wrestled and I did school. And it's like you got to put on a different hat. You got to switch gears where it's like, I'm in school, I'm studying, I'm at a desk, I'm sedentary, I'm on a computer, versus wrestling practice, which is like beat the shit out of each other, have warm-ups, just sweating, cutting weight, like it's totally different. And it's like, but the top in the world, let's say the top wrestler, he's always in wrestling mode. It's not that he's always training, but it's like he's always ready. Like everything he does from breakfast to sleep to vacations, all his schedule, everything, it's aligned around being an Olympian or being a world champion. Same if I was just all academic, it would be like my home would be filled with books. I would have computers everywhere so I could work everywhere. Like I know what the PhD academic looks like. And he would just be a fully like an Einstein, you know, fully in it. A top seducer isn't like pickup guys or guys who even study pickup. And we know this because, I mean, I was that guy that was just a normal, regular guy that started studying pickup, and I had multiple lives. I was a yoga teacher. I was an academic. I was a pickup artist. And I was like, you know, I couldn't blend them because the yoga community did not accept the pickup. The academic didn't accept the yoga or the pickup. The pickup actually accepted the yoga and the academic. It was very interesting because the pickup was, now we would say school is bullshit, but if you have a PhD, we're going to DHV with that. We're going to use that as a demonstration of higher value. The alpha male pickup would say that yoga makes you a weak man and beta and all estrogen and whatever. But the DHV in me would say, okay, he's a yoga master. He built a brand, like he's successful at that. And it's like those can be used. They were absorbed by the pickup techniques of the mind of how to portray yourself so it's attractive. But the academics shunned the other two, and the yoga shunned the other two. It was very interesting. And so when you're top of the world, like your whole life is that. So these top seducers, guys that are in multiple beautiful relationships. Hypnotica has different kinds of relationships than AZD, but he is an alpha male that sets the standards, and like he has so many women on rotation. He's interacting with so many women, and he really helps this community. He's a value. He has tremendous value. He just spits value. Like just if you have a conversation with Michael Jordan, I heard that that's what Shamir was using this morning. I'm pretty sure I had said all that stuff on lecture. Picasso, if you had a conversation with Picasso, if you had a conversation with Donald Trump, any top guy, Elon Musk, #1 in the world. If you had a conversation with George St. Pierre or Mike Tyson or Sadhguru, anybody that a large portion of people consider #1, it wouldn't matter if it was a paid talk or a free talk, you would get a lot of value from it. To just have a conversation with Michael Jordan, or if Kobe Bryant was alive, like that's the best in the world. There's some by obvious merit. It's not like you know, some of these comedians or actors or politicians that they're plants. They were planted there. They didn't earn it by merit, and they're not that good. I mean, basketball player, you can't plant an NBA player and make him the world's best. Like he's got skill. It's obvious. So to be the best, if you were gonna talk with that guy, even casually, just shooting the shit, it would be value, dude. There's something there. He's number one in the world. And so when we're talking about seduction and the female mind and having fulfilling life where you're not pulled left and right by female manipulation and emotions, and you have so much beauty around you and guys following you, and you've been in it for years, these guys doing a free stream is just going to be dripping value. And it's free. It's tonight in exactly 2 hours. It starts on Zoom. So I hope you guys want to join that.
What up? Yeah, 2 hours. So if you guys are on these Instagram pages, you hit us up for the link, we'll hit you up, whatever. Someone's gonna hit somebody up. And there's so many people on these accounts, so we might not get it to everybody. So get to us.
That's the benefit of being on the newsletter, because I did send out the link to it this morning. So if you're on the newsletter, you always have like your bases covered in case you miss these lives or you miss an Instagram announcement, you don't get an Instagram that day. A lot of guys check their email daily. Will it be recorded? Most likely. I don't know why I wouldn't record it. Now, will it be posted? I don't know where it will be posted. And if I do post it, I would shout that out in the newsletter again. So if you're not on the newsletter, DM this account to get on the newsletter. It's free. I send out a lot of free value. That's what it is. We give you guys free value because it's not a gimmick. We want you to actually believe, as we believe, in the reality that we are seeing in front of us, that the multiple relationships, girlfriends are coming and going on a schedule every day. They're super fine, super loyal, super eyes focused. And the guy is not swayed by the woman's drama. Drama comes up, drama is handled, and it's handled in a way like, man, one of my favorite cringe pastimes is watching these ads, these Instagram ads from other dating coaches and things related to that. Man, it's just unreal. I don't even, it's just weak. It's sappy. It's sad. It's nice guy. Even the guys that are saying, don't be a nice guy. They're so nice. It's like they're saying it in the nicest guy way. I don't even get it. Like, but their marketing is on point. They make good videos and they target the right audiences. Obviously, I'm a qualified audience by my interest. And it's just like, man, these guys got these funnels. And it'll work to the masses because, they're sheep. So most guys are sheep. Thank you. We'll DM. You're welcome. So, Sultan, you've been so busy messaging this account, and that's important. You got all your tentacles, your communication tentacles in the AZD IMC Nation account. Lots of guys messaging you. And, I'm always interested in the reconnaissance you're coming across. And you're saying that recently you were telling of, there's it seems about half of the guys knew about AZD some time ago, didn't come around ever, or they came around and then left. And then the other half of guys, they'd never heard of AZD. And, that's such an interesting phenomenon. What is it that you think these guys, the guys that they saw it in the past, but they never joined, or they never learned, or they never come around, or they learned for a little bit and they left?
Yeah.
Like, what is it they were missing at the time? Why did they leave? What are you finding out?
My opinion of it would be they were probably satisfied with their relationships, or they're satisfied with their ability at the time to get girls. They're probably younger. I'm sure they're younger. They're probably like going to house parties or some shit. I don't know. Like, they probably had a social circle that was easy to talk to girls. But that stuff fades. After high school, that stuff fades. Like, you're not a high schooler forever, and the high school stuff is it's like a one-hit wonder type thing. Like, once you're out of high school, it just starts going down. The grass starts going down for most guys, I would say. And when you don't know game and you don't know strategy, you don't know this art, then you're gonna be trying to figure out, like, it's like your ship is sinking. Like, you find a hole in your boat and you're trying to like plug the hole, and you're like kind of panicking, and you're just looking for any way to like plug that hole, plug your boat from sinking. So you're gonna go and you look up like pickup artists online, you look up these dating coaches, and most of the time you're gonna pay a lot of money and you're not gonna get any results. You're gonna get shit results. Or you're gonna get good results. You're gonna get results, but you're not gonna get good results. What do I mean by that? You're gonna get ugly women. You're gonna get a lot of ugly women that are nasty, they smell bad, or they, you probably end up just dating some really low quality girl that is just gross, unattractive, and nobody wants to date some unattractive woman. So, you gotta look at the results of these guys that you're studying. So that's what I think. These guys, they were probably satisfied with where they're at, came across AZD. Oh, this guy's got some good stuff to say. Seen this motivational, whatever. Time goes forward, they forget about it. Everything's going well. They probably get married. Maybe they even get married. Then they get a divorce, and then just again, these things start going downhill. Graph starts going down. Like if we're looking at a graph, it'll go down, and then they come across them again. Maybe they find this page, or they find your page, or they find something on YouTube. Then it's like, okay, now I'm in this like crossroad. Do I go for it now, or do I sway off again and try to do something else, and then get the same result of whatever happened previously? So I think that's in my opinion that's what's happening, or one of the things that are happening. I'm sure that's not every case, but I can see that being possible.
Yeah, it's super plausible. Super plausible as well. Well said too. And what was I going to say? Oh, there was a question here on Zoom because I'm also streaming to Zoom here. How different is it gaming in Vegas compared to California?
That's a funny question.
Well, first I want to say that the nature of women is pretty much the same everywhere. So that is a fact. Now, the thing about it is there's a book called Red Queen, the Red Queen Effect. Brilliant book. One of the assigned readings here. There's probably about 25 to 30 assigned readings, maybe 50. And one of those is Red Queen Effect. And it's very interesting. Through all the evolutionary psychology books, there's another book called Sperm Wars that kind of spells out about 30 to 40 different human mating strategies. And, so let's just say there's 30 different mating strategies. One of them is get married and stay with that person forever as a virgin. That's one. Because if you're not a virgin, then your mating strategy was actually get with somebody and then leave them and get with somebody else. That's a different strategy than being purely monogamous. Or, all the way up to prostitution and rape. Those are strategies. So there's let's just say there's 30 strategies for the human to pass on their genes. In the Red Queen Effect, it goes through a bunch of different kinds of animals. Some are very similar to humans. Some are less similar. They're just animals. Some are even like amoeba and shit. They go all through the basically the mating strategies of Earth creatures. So Sperm Wars was human. Red Queen goes through all of not all, but it gets the spectrum of what the kind of mating strategies there are on Earth, and basically proves with a bunch of examples. So it doesn't prove it. There's a word for that. It's almost like just through logic and analogies and comparisons, like using nature as examples, humans, therefore kind of stuff. The human animal seems to be capable of a lot of different mating strategies, just depending on what environment they find themselves in. So why I say that is it was related to how is Vegas different than from California? It's a different environment. The nature of the female is the same. So let's say a DHV is still a DHV, but what is perceived as a DHV to a Vegas girl, it's going to be a little different than a girl in California because of their culture and you know what I mean? And obviously there's other factors, like there's more women, there's a lot of plausibility to say and do certain things that, in California, you could always get away with it, like if you're visiting somewhere. Yeah. We could travel city to city to city week after week and that would have like a Vegas-like experience because everybody would be new. We wouldn't be too concerned about our reputation. But being in a tourist city like Vegas, there are other tourist cities like Miami, but Vegas is unique. There's such a flow through that there's a lot more freedom from the consequences of bad game. And so you allow yourself to make mistakes in ways so you can grow in many ways in your expression. And so that's probably the main difference. What do you think for me? What do you think, Sultan?
Man, that's a big difference, dude. I mean, there's a lot. Well, the first thing is, Las Vegas is larger than life. I see like Vegas is like a fantasy world or like a playground. And California is like
dying.
I don't want to diss California too much, but I'm not from California. I wasn't born there. I grew up there, but I'm going to diss California a little bit. California is like a toilet, and there's a lot of different, things going on. Your face, your face looks like you're like, oh, fucking toilet.
Yeah, I felt it.
Man, it's kind of bad, But
I smelled it.
yeah, Vegas is like, okay. Vegas is this is how I see Vegas. I was looking at it today actually because I went to the store. And when we go out now, we dress like super sharp. Not that we weren't dressing sharp, but California just dressing like just kind of casual, sharp but casual, clean but casual. Here it's like sharp, like suit or like super iron clothes. You know what I mean? Like it's sharp. That's all of us here. And here, it's like that's it makes sense to do that here. Like here's like when you do it, it's like this is how I'm supposed to live here. Like this is where I'm supposed to be. That's how I feel about it. Like this is where I should be. I should not be in California. I should not be in Nebraska. I don't think any man should be in any of those cities. Like if you're a man and you're in one of those areas, you're probably miserable. I mean, when you're in Vegas, there's so much like it's man like it's literally like a playground. It's like I feel like a kid at a playground. I feel like a kid in kindergarten, like my first day at kindergarten, and I saw the playground, and I was so excited. And I just want to get on that thing and like get on the monkey bars. And you get hurt. You get hurt sometimes. Like I'm on the monkey bars. One time I fell and I landed right on my back, like pretty high. And I remember I couldn't breathe. I thought I was gonna die when I was in kindergarten. And it's kind of like when you're out here, you open a set. Opening set means like you open a group of women or you open a girl, right? You open conversations, opening a set. And it's kind of like if you've never done it before, or you're not used to opening sets, or you're like shy or nervous around women, then you might get blown out, or you might blown out as in like she might reject you or tell you to fuck off or something, and it's gonna be scary. Like it'll be scary at first, but here, if I could put it in a very simple way, it would be the experience you get in Vegas when it comes to women and social interaction. Because it's not just women; there's men here too, right? It's social interaction. The amount of experience you get in Vegas, it would take what you get here in 8 days would take probably 9 months in California. I would say roughly, depending on where you live in California, but it's not going to be. You're not going to get the same amount of experience if you go do what you do here for 8 days there in California. First off, there's not enough. You can say like a rotation of people coming through California. It's a lot of people that live there, so you're running into the same person over and over again. So you're going to be coined as that guy that is going out and trying to get girls. Whereas in Vegas, you go to the Strip, it's like tourist after tourist after tourist after tourist. They're getting cycled out like every day, every other day, every weekend. Summertime is going to be even crazier. Like right now, there's so many people out, but in the summertime, it's going to be like what I'm hearing is like 4, 5, 7 times more people. And those are all. That's all practice.
Yeah, you're really inspiring me. I'm about to go savage mode. I'm gonna be so fucking savage, bro. For the next 7 days, bro. I'm tapping in. I'm tapping in right now. Like you're inspiring me so much. I'm hella tapping in. You know what it's like? It's like if I was gonna compete at the national NCAA Division I national championships for wrestling. I'm gonna warm up and I'm gonna prep and I'm gonna be ready to fucking bleed, to break bones, to rip ligaments, to win. And I'm fully expecting I'm gonna be terribly sore. I'm gonna be just miserable, but I'm gonna enjoy the grind of it. I'm looking forward to it like a fucking like a warrior looks forward to war. It's like bittersweet. It's bittersweet. I might not come back. Like I am so looking forward to the next time we go out in this dry season. And it's for like everything Sultan said, I agree with. So yeah, Damien, that's from Damien. We both know Damien. So Damien, I recommend moving. A lot of IMC guys are moving. Yes, target rich, but we have tribe, David DMT. Tribe. This is so important. Like, I don't know how many guys are here, like 20 or so guys are living here, 15 to 20, but another 8 guys are moving on Monday. And, another few guys at the end of the month, right before March 1st. And then we'll be opening up our fighting center like we had in San Jose, but we'll have 2 to 3 times as many training partners just off the start. Then I'm sure we'll be inviting guys and other guys will come there. AZD will be teaching his fight style. Man. And then, dude. And then how these camps are going to get structured. We're still in the beginning. We're about to do our first Vegas camp just to see how it goes. We're going to see how, we already know, it's going to make money. People will attend, of course. But what I mean is, it's going to grow so fast. We have 2 camps this month. There's another camp at the end of this month here in Vegas, 3-day training with pickup coaches that AZD has trained, and then AZD teaching, and then we're all going out a bunch. and so much experience. And like Sultan was saying, 9 months versus 6 days. Like if you come to a 3-day boot camp with AZD and IMC Nation here, for whatever I price it, $997. You're going to get, if you counted the points of experience that you get, it's going to be probably more experience points than you get the whole rest of the year with women. With women and brothers, strong alpha male conversations about relationships and getting women, you'll get more points of experience. So add up all the money and time you invest in social interactions the whole rest of the year, and it's probably going to be less than what you would invest for a weekend in Vegas, and it'll be better because you'll actually get better than all that other stuff.
Yeah, and it's actually very cute what you said, because you guys can come to Vegas and just do whatever you want. You're not going to even get close to what the same experience as you would get if not only that you did the camp, because there's a camp, right? We have a boot camp, but also if you lived with us, because you can live with us. Now, not everyone's coming to live with us. You got to be vetted. You can't just be like any guy coming around out of nowhere, you know, because AZD has girlfriends that he brings here. We have girls that we bring over, so we can't have some random guy just coming in.
Like here's a guy. There's a guy that just did residency, Zay. Zay's on. Zay, if you want to stream with us, if you're able to, and you don't mind, you know, exposing your audience to these channels, then we'd be happy to have you on. Everybody get a different opinion than me and Sultan. We live with AZD. You know, we're biased. But yeah, as you were saying, you know.
Yeah, it's living. It's not just coming to Vegas. It's you're coming to Vegas. You're in Vegas with us, not Vegas. Vegas. There's a bunch of guys in Vegas. When you walk around Vegas, like everybody's just so weak in Vegas. Like we walk around like we're hunters when we're walking around. People are like we're the observed, not the observers.
So what we're seeing, I want to like what we have seen are weak men. Again, it's the dry season, and we've only gone to how many venues? So I say that because, you know, we're not putting out a call for some competition from some gang member or something. It's like, what, you just said my time. Look, you know what I'm saying? But what we have observed of the guys on the strip and the guys at the strip clubs and the guys, it's different. We've been to all of those sorts of places in California, in Los Angeles, and Hollywood, and Bay Area. And those guys are stronger than what we have observed here in Vegas so far.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, so coming here, and there's something I was just going to mention about Vegas. Oh, we're just talking about this with AZD, okay? This is the last thing I'll say. I mean, because I got to go, too. I got to go get this other chair. I didn't know we need 3 chairs.
Oh.
But the last thing I'll say, and then you can say whatever you like, is this lifestyle that we're living, you guys that are watching this stream, we're living a lifestyle that every man wants. Like, you think, no, that's not true, but you think it's not true until you come and live with us, and then you leave. And when you leave, you really see how this lifestyle is what every man wants. And if he says he doesn't, he's just delusional. It's just like this guy the other day that came and fixed a lot of stuff in our house, handyman. You know, he was admitting like he wants to be with multiple beautiful women. And AZD was like, well, you know, your wife, like, what if she was okay with you doing that and she still stayed with you and you could still be with multiple women and she would totally be okay with it? Would you do it? He's like, no, I still wouldn't do it. Like, wait, you're telling me that you wouldn't do it even though he's like, that's a hypothetical. I know it's a hypothetical, but let's say in another universe, your wife was totally 100% completely down with you being with multiple women, as many as you wanted, however, whenever you wanted, and she still stayed with you. She's still the same, still loyal. You still wouldn't do it? No, he said, no, I wouldn't do it. And it's like, man, you're just stuck in this spell. You're so brainwashed. Like, you're brainwashed. I mean, it's brainwashing, totally. So when you come and live with us and you get the experience, you get immersed in this world. It's like we go out 6 nights a week. 6 nights, dude. That's crazy, man. 6 nights a week. We're going out back to back to back. We don't go out Thursday, then we go out again Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No Thursday. I guess it's just that's.
And guys, it's disciplined. We leave at a certain time. We arrive. We leave the venue at a certain time. We're not drinking that much. Maybe a little sip here or there. Some guys don't drink at all. And you know, like Sultan said, you know, we look sharp. We move as a pack. It's a bunch of wing guys. So it's different than just. There's so many. All of those elements are part of it. And then the consistency going out. And guys, there's a stream at 8 p.m. in an hour and 40 minutes with AZD and Hypnotica, who's just a dope ass player. Like, and hearing their language go back and forth. And I'm sure since there's going to be 3 chairs, there'll be some guests. AZD will pull somebody on also from IMC Nation to talk there. And that'll be real powerful, you know. So if you want to join, just send a DM so you can get the link. It's just a Zoom link. And Of course, it's Wednesday, so there's an open class on Friday. Friday morning, there's another free lecture with AZD. You can come to that. It's at 10 a.m. Just DM. So, guys, as the Instagram accounts grow, we just got to always be repeating ourselves so that you know what's up. Like Sultan and myself, we live with AZD, and we're bringing you the message that, we provide these clips, some free education with AZD. We provide free classes. We're providing a free class tonight, free class on Friday morning with AZD, and a lot of game, a lot of mastermind. There's dozens and dozens of guys that show up to these that they ask questions. You get a lot of context and reference about this art, how to evolve, because everybody's at a different starting place. But there's a lot of similarities. The guys that have traveled far on this path see it in other people. They see other people's struggles in what they're going through, or vice versa. They see other people struggling something they've gone through. It's similar, and as the more you do it, the more understanding you'll gain. Like, I think Sultan has gotten a lot better at speaking since we've done how many of these streams? You know what I mean? And then now add the round table or the holding court exercise, and then add approaching a bunch of women, like 150 women or something. Like, so that development over the last month is palpable. It's palpable. It can be perceived. It's in his grammar. It's in his speech and delivery. It's in a lot. So that's what this lifestyle offers, is actual evolution, not just working at Best Buy selling TVs or something.
Man, that's crazy. I used to do that.
That's right.
All right.
All right, everybody.
We can keep going. I want to keep going, but I gotta go.
Yeah. All right, we'll end it. Thank you, and I'll just go with the Zoom guys for a minute longer. Everybody.
Right. See you, David. See you guys.
Okay, guys, on Zoom, any dialogue or questions since you got me here? I got it all set up and everything.
Yeah, I would just say like
sorry. Sorry. It was muted. My speaker was muted. So go ahead.
it's all good, brother. Obviously it's a different type of game that I would play here, right? Because I'm not just gonna go up to a bunch of girls in between classes and shit like that and try to hit on them. Or not like try to hit on them, but like open people like I would be doing if I was in Vegas with you guys or something like that. So I mean I guess I already realized it's more of like a slow game for me to do here and just um more your reputation and all that is important being in an environment, unfortunately where it has to be like that. I'll just say like if you have any thoughts for me about have any thoughts just pinging off of what I'm saying to you right now about that kind of stuff. Just kind of like a little mastermind about that.
You already seem to have that awareness. You could definitely violate the environment, and so you'll pull back. Be cautious. You have a lot on the line. You're there for education. You're there for student athletics, whatever. I think the bad boy a lot of times gets the girl. The bad boy will steal the girl from the normal guy. The normal guy will take the girl back. If the bad boy is really not a good guy or doesn't have his shit together, he's really an immature guy. But if you were a mature guy that had your shit together, but you were a bad boy, there's a difference between being an immature boy and a bad boy. And so the bad boy also takes risks. And
Yeah.
So you'll probably get at least some warnings. If you don't have any warnings, then maybe you're not taking enough risks to have that edge. But at the same time, in the game of life, you are absolutely surrounded by sheep. Even the most alpha athletes, or the most.
Oh yeah, everybody.
So the more edgy you are, the more you will become a lone wolf, and that is maybe not a. So
yeah, big time. Like I live alone. I live off campus. I'm chilling here with my dog. Like shit. I'm happy to be doing that. Because I realize I could see it, but it just like.
Well, okay. So similar to what I was telling one of the guys at the strip club last night, you got to actually have some survival value, some real survival value. You could rely on dad has money, or I'm getting this great education, and so my future is so bright, honey. And that can work if you word it right, and you have a certain demeanor about it.
That's kind of weak, though. Like not weak necessarily, but just like
you use what you got, man. So if
Yeah,
you're a
facts.
rich white guy, you fucking use that you're a rich white guy or whatever. It's in your character. So if your character is
The
relying
character,
on
yeah.
that, then that's weak. But you also don't deny. So it's all in the tact, the tactfulness of how you deliver it. And you know, just having some real value, like something to offer. That's going to get the longer term seduction and relationship. The seduction is going to be in your language, your animation, and understanding female psychology, how to deliver what you,
Yeah, definitely. I
you
mean, the
know.
one
But
good
the
thing is,
go
what
ahead.
are you saying? The one good thing is track practice, because it's co-ed. So every day I'm around 30, 40 girls that like, most guys
Yeah,
would want to
that's
get with
different.
all of them.
It's
It's so different because it's, we're in that kind of environment and all that,
yeah,
but in a way I'm not gonna like hit on the girls like that at practice, but in subtle ways, sure, maybe not call it hitting, but like game. And then what I notice is like, in a way, it's like obviously it's not the same as what you guys are doing, but I'm taking it for what it is, being here and using all of it to my advantage. And shit, what I notice is like being in an environment like that where like, around the girls like that and I'm sprinting, running, my heart rate 140 beats per minute, whatever, and I'm still always aware of that kind of stuff. So I'm doing it like in that environment where like the girls are testosteroned up. There's like instances where you're like, you'd be walking and then there's like a group of people 60 meters away from you, and there's that kind of like awkward, awkward moment. I realized to just swallow it right when it happens. So there's not like that collapse of my bubble or whatever. But there's like moments like that where it's like, there's people way over here and you're walking and it's just like I notice everything, right? So it's like I'm always using that to sharpen myself and being really calibrated in it, because I'm not just
true.
gonna be a track practice and like, shit. Yeah, obviously,
Yeah, you
you
want to
know,
develop conspiracies, little plot lines that are not everyone's aware of, that most people are unaware of. So that would be something like a little wave from a distance and the girl waves back, or a little
yeah,
subtle smile that not much has to be said, but just so that she feels a little bit more subtle intimacy with you. And that's it. Not much has to happen at track practice. She's gotta want to come over. She's gotta feel safe coming over. She's gotta feel her reputation is safe coming over. And uh, you know, so that's what it is. Like the life and the lifestyle that the girls want to come around you outside of track practice.
yeah,
And that at
100%.
track practice, the guys respect you. So you got
Oh
all
yeah,
that
definitely.
alpha and the blood and the
Yeah,
blood pumping and the sweating and breathing and everything. But you
yeah,
know, if the guys are looking up to you and respecting you, or the guys are at
definitely.
least they just respect you, they don't have to be chummy with you, but like, you know, they don't want to fuck with you either, then
Oh no, yeah. It's like very
yeah.
clear that I'm top dog, top all that,
Yeah.
almost so much to the point where it's like I'm like such a completely different breed than the people I'm around. It can almost create like mm, just like added something that I have to maybe overcome, but it's not necessarily bad because that's what I am choosing to do,
Yeah.
But then, like you said, with the conspiracy, every day, I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like so
Yeah, so you
many
got to start moving them
highlights.
down the straight line. You got to, I think, make a comfort bubble, make your place really comfortable in a player's pad, you know,
Yes,
all
yeah,
of those things. That's something that
yeah,
coming around as we organize our base and whatever, you'll get a lot of ideas around that. But I'm sure we'll video it and you'll see and stuff like that.
yeah.
But just a comfortable, safe environment that the girls want to come over and hang out.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, so shit. I mean, I talked to you guys a little bit about this when we were in the car in San Jose, but what ended up happening last year was like one of the girls on the team, there were like any of them. I could have, if I wanted to play more into like oh, just be kind of like, oh, frat guy, fucking, be my girl and I can wear vineyard vines and we can date each other and shit, which I'm not fucking into that at all, I'm not gonna lie to her about wanting to have multiple girls from the beginning, this or that. And I realized you got to be more of a certain caliber of man to
I
do
would
that,
get away from that language. That's something, you know, I would never
Say that
ever
again.
say or think, except maybe in the most light and casual, childish way, that I want multiple women. Don't ever say that to women. Don't ever think that she like you're a man and you have natural relationships, and you know, of course you're going to be with multiple women. Multiple women want to be with you. You're not chasing tail. It's not that I want to be with multiple women. I'm a powerful man and multiple women are going to be with me. Like, so that, just that
Oh yeah,
grammar,
yeah,
that syntax, the wording of I want to be with multiple women is not going to work.
yeah. Okay, definitely. Oh, that totally just shifted my perspective too on it. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Wow.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
welcome.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
guys.
then like oh,
Uh,
okay.
go ahead. Last thing, because I
Yeah, it
got
was
a
just
ton of
like
messages and shit.
shit
But
last year what I was saying about that one girl, just like it got to the point where it's like it built up to so much tension, but like sexual tension mixed in there, and just like the like like pulsating, you know, between us and some of the girls on the team. But it was like I would see her out at the party or whatever. It would be like very, and like multiple girls, like, oh, you know, the hot girls on the team, whatever, be so sexual, so this, that, so, you know, knowing that it was on with them, multiple of them, you know, at the same time, all that. But then it was like never like at the beginning, I never would like make that move like that because it's like, oh, they're the girls on the track team,
it's
whatever.
not
And then it
about
would,
making a move. You got to learn all of the little steps. The move, it's going to be the changing that. You know how we just changed the other wording. I want multiple women. It's not about. It is about knowing what moves to make,
yeah,
because you need to lead her. You need to lead her interest. When they have interest, they're giving you green lights and you can tell it's on. It's about leading that successfully. And it's not going to look like what you think, because it's not going to look like anything you've experienced, because everybody's trying to hook up with the girls at the party or get them drunk and then hook up with them or whatever. I'm telling you, you want the girls to want to hang out with you outside of the group gatherings. They want to come over and hang out, not to fuck. They do want to fuck eventually or in the beginning, whatever, but they have other reasons. They want to come over because it's more fun than whatever they're doing outside of practice and school.
yeah,
It's comfortable and it's safe. Their reputation is safe going over there. That's what needs to happen. So with the interest that the girls might be giving you, you know, how to lead, how to plant seeds of interest so that they look forward to, you know, what hanging out with you might be like. And then your detachment, so you're not needy, you're not chasing them like that.
yeah,
And the
no,
truth of your philosophy of relationships will come out naturally. You don't have to ever push anything. You don't, and
yeah.
you almost don't even want to bring it up, because when you bring it up, it is approval seeking to bring it up, unless it really has some plausible reason why you're bringing it up.
Yeah, definitely. It's like they already know, you know, in a
Yeah.
way, of course they already know, you know. So it's like the unsaid is so loud.
There you go. The unsaid is so loud. That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
very poetic. Uh, all right. Well, I'm gonna go all these messages, guys. We got Hypnotica. Damien,
Thank
you're
you,
right
brother.
across. You're like 2 miles that way in Los Angeles. Are you coming this weekend for our gathering?
No, I work. Um,
Ah, man. What about the end of the month? This is everything you ever wanted, Damien. This is why you joined.
oh,
We're in
there's one at the
Vegas.
end of the month.
Yeah, February 20. It's the weekend of the 25th, 23, 24, 25.
Look at that. 3, 4, and 5. Uh, I'll see if I can ask for having that Saturday off. If I can have Saturday and Sunday at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, Friday, honestly, the meat of it will be Friday and Saturday, but there's also going to be great stuff on Sunday. And if you can't make it all, then we just prorate it. But it would be ideal to be there the whole time if you can. And Friday wouldn't start until 4 p.m.
Yeah, I
So,
don't get off work till 7 on weekdays.
yeah, anything that can be done with that. I mean, I know you're doing your trade. What do you think about moving to Vegas?
Not sure on that yet. You know, still a lot that I'm doing here
Like
in
what?
terms of trying to get my master's status.
Can that happen in
And
Vegas?
it can, but if I move, it'll kind of like delay me essentially.
Yeah, but you'd be around us. So the delay wouldn't even matter. You could do it forever because you'd be around us.
And then I'm just not sure how like the field is over. I mean, it's still Toyotas, but it'd be a different in a way.
I get it. I get it. It's just it's priorities, you know. It's what do you want to do? Like delaying your master status is the cost of moving to Vegas. The cost of staying in LA and not delaying your master status is delaying your evolution. Delaying your evolution, delaying your game with women, delaying all the happiness and success that you want with women and life. And in life, like not the money. Okay, you get your master status, you make more money doing what you're doing, and open up opportunities with that. But life outside of job, life, relationships with all sorts of everybody that's important to you, success there. It's delaying that. So one delays the master status, one delays the evolution, and then it's priorities. Which one's more important? You know. So yeah, I recommend that only because it sounds like it will probably be difficult to regularly take time off to come to camps. But if you lived here, so I don't know what's keeping you there, you know. Just throwing that out there. And then you know, of course, there's the gathering this weekend. There will be an online portion, so I recommend that's the game. I mean, it's happening. This is the game. It's Project Vegas. It's IMC like it's never been done before. 20 guys. So many guys are going to become pickup coaches out of this because they're just going to literally become good. Like it's just good, you know. And so much opportunity here. Strong tribe, man. It's a chance of a lifetime. Chance of lifetimes, dude. This is that. You know what this is like? This is like the stories that you may have ever heard in like U.S. history or European history or something of the guys that wanted to become a sailor so they could go and explore the new world and maybe become rich. You know, only this isn't as risky because a lot of those guys died. They just died, starvation and whatever. And maybe a few of them became like super famous for all of human history. But it's kind of like that. It's kind of like the gold rush. There was the gold rush in California. Everybody, the pioneers, and some of them died. Native American wars, and you know, it's just not knowing the land and scorpions, all kinds of stuff like that. You know, but it's the gold rush. A lot of people got rich on gold. You know, they found gold. It was real. You know, this is that. So there's risk, but the risk is so much less because you're not going to die. I mean, you will die. We all die, but you're not going to like die prospecting. You're not going to fall off a cliff or some Native American's going to shoot you with an arrow or something. That's not going to happen. Like the risk is that you have to return home a failure. That's like the only risk. The risk is you delay getting on with your normal tasks, with the normal life. That without IMC, you'd be doing that anyway. The risk is delaying that. You know, that's the, you know, but this is that opportunity to join the secret space program. You know what I mean? Or just watch Cosmic Disclosure and watch about the secret space program. Yeah. Okay. So I hope to see you guys on Gathering online, and the Hypnotica stream starts soon. Thanks for the participation. Anytime.